session going over setting SMART goals. So when your client comes to you, they're going to have some type of goals in mind. That's why they've contacted you. We like to use the SMART method because it's easy to motivate your client and it makes it easier to track their success as well. So when you're looking at the SMART goal model, so the S here will stand for specific. So when you're picking out your client's goals, you want to make them specific as possible. So when your client comes to you and they say, I want to lose weight. Okay, specifically, how much weight are you looking to lose? Measurable is the M. So there has to be some type of way for your client to measure their goals or measure their progress. A, attainable. So, what your client has to do to reach that goal, is it attainable for them to do that? The R, realistic. So again, is this something realistic for your client? And T, time sensitive. So, being able to measure how long it's going to take for your client to reach that goal. So we're going to have a look here at Valerie for your case study. So I'm just going to read it off to you. You can follow along. Valerie is a mom of 3. Her kids are age 10, 8, and 2. She works a 9-to-5 job, and when she gets home, she's always on the run with soccer, basketball, dance, and swim classes. She rarely makes the time to eat breakfast, and occasionally she will grab a bagel with her large double-double on her way to work. For lunch, it's either Subway or Tim Hortons, again, with another double-double. She makes supper most nights, but does order pizza 2 to 3 nights a week because she finds it hard to keep up with all of it. After supper, she likes to snack on chips, crackers, and chocolate bars before bed. She's come to you because she wants to feel better, lose at least 40 pounds, and basically just get overall healthier. She will like to meet with you 2 times a week on her lunch break for 45 minutes, and then commit to 1 to 2 cardio sessions on her own. Okay? So, we're going to do this method for Valerie. So, can you pick out any specific goals that Valerie has based on the case study?
To lose weight.
To lose weight, right. So, like I said earlier, you want to make the goal as specific as possible. So yes, she wants to lose weight. What is her goal weight loss to lose, specifically?
40 pounds.
Lose 40 pounds, perfect. Lose 40 pounds. So now we're going to look at the M, measurable. What method can you use to measure her progress in obtaining this goal?
Starting weight on the naturally.
Right, so what specifically, what would you use?
Scale.
Scale? Yep, perfect. So you could do weigh-ins, or even if you wanted to measure, do inches or body calibers. We'll talk about all that in a later chapter. So attainable. What is attainable for Valerie? She told you in there, if you want to look back into your case study.
How many times a week?
How many times a week? Yeah. So,
Twice a week with a trainer,
yeah.
45 minutes, and 2 times on her own for cardio sessions.
Right, perfect. So she's going to be with a trainer 2 times a week and 2 times on own. Okay, so realistically, if she meets with a trainer 2 times a week and 2 times a week on her own, is the goal is it realistic for her to think that she's going to meet her goals?
Yes, I think it is,
Yeah.
as long as she
Yeah.
goes over a longer period of time.
Yep, exactly, yep. So it is a realistic goal for her to have. When picking goals and picking this attainable action right here, it's important to make sure that it's something that's actually realistic for the client, because if it's not realistic, then your client is going to lose motivation really fast. Okay, so realistic exercise 3 to 4 times a week. Okay, so now what about time? Time sensitive. So what would be a healthy weight loss for Valerie? She wants to lose 40 pounds. What do you think is a
1 to 2 pounds a week.
1 to 2 pounds a week? Yeah, perfect. So that would put us at about 20, between 20 and
20,
4,
30 weeks.
yeah, 20 to 40 weeks, even if we say 30 to 40 weeks. So what's that, about, let's say 6 to 8 months, right? Perfect. And something we didn't talk about earlier that I forgot to mention is short-term and long-term goals. So 6 to 8 months is a pretty long period of time for Valerie, right? So when you're setting a goal like this, which is a 6 to 8 month time frame, you might want to set smaller goals in there to keep her motivated. So you might want to say, okay, so we're going to start off, let's try to lose 10 pounds in 5 to 10 weeks, and that would be a good example of a short-term goal that relates in with her long-term goal. But as long as she sees that she's making success in shorter increments, then she's going to stay motivated and keep on track. Okay, what else? Let's talk about another goal here. So do you see anything else there that Valerie's told you?
What about where she says she wants to feel better?
She wants to feel better, right. So that's pretty vague. That's pretty vague. So types of questions you can ask her. Okay, what will you feel like when you feel better? So when you're feeling better, what kind of things are you going to be able to do, right? So what do you think she means when she feels better? Maybe. Yeah, more energy to, yeah, exactly. Increase energy to keep up with those kids, exactly. So measurable, this one's a little bit trickier. Do you have any ideas on how you can measure her energy?
You can almost do a fitness test.
You could,
She was walking on the treadmill and then or running or something
right,
like that.
yeah, perfect. Yep. So this is one of those things when you're looking to increase energy with your client, it's almost one of those things that you can guarantee is going to happen for your client. Like you can't guarantee weight loss, you can't guarantee how fast they're going to increase their upper body strength, but increasing energy is one of those things that if they stick with it for a few weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, they should be feeling better. So what I like to do, and what I would recommend doing is have your client on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel? So on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, how would you rate your energy?
Okay.
And then she may say 4, 5, something like that. So when you reevaluate it in 3 or 4 weeks and you ask her to rate her energy on a scale of 1 to 10, hopefully you'll see that improvement, okay? Does that make sense? So what's going to be the attainable action for her? What kind of things is she going to do to increase her energy?
Exercise.
Exercise? Yep. Exercise. Exercise.
Change her diet.
Right. Exercise and change diet. Perfect. So realistically, can she increase her energy
Definitely.
by doing these things? Yeah. Yep. So realistically, working out will increase energy. And I know I already gave you the answer, but time for this goal, to increase her energy.
Well, she'll notice it, like you said, in the first few
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. So within the first 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully Valerie will notice an increase in energy. So again, setting goals like this with your client is a really good idea because it allows you to add more structure to your sessions. It'll motivate your client because they will see progress. They set goals, they achieve them, you reward their success, they're proud of themselves, and then they want to keep going, right? You're doing a great job.
So should you do this with your client, like do more of a visual kind of thing with them?
Yeah.
maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would. I would definitely have the SMART
yeah.
sit down with your client, again, try to make as specific goals as possible. Now your client might come in and she might have 10 different goals. I want to do this, 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 and this. So that's fine. We can write them all down. We can use this model, and then so your client and you don't become overwhelmed. You can pick out what's most important to your client at that moment, and then work from there. Yeah. All right, is everybody okay with that? Okay. One thing to watch out for, and one thing to make note of is this, the specific, is the single most important part of this model because everything else relates back to it. So you're going to increase her energy. So when you measure it, you're not going to use a scale, or you're not going to use a push-up test. Like you're going to use this 1 to 10 scale to judge her energy, right? And the action that's going to be attainable will be the exercise and change her diet, realistic and time. So everything relates back to the specific goal. Sound okay?